Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today I'm going to be trying out another early access title on the channel. We've got Dredge coming out in a couple of days, which I'm very much looking forward to, so I'm just doing a couple of, more sort of one-off stroke mini-series type things, just to tide the channel over for the next couple of days. So this is Against the Storm. I bought this in the recent spring Steam sale. I've been keeping my eyes on it for a little while. The idea that this one, it's a city builder, but kind of like a roguelike as well, so I've only played the first tutorial map that taught us some of the basics, but from what I can gather, it's very much sort of reasonably small maps that have very specific goals, and once you've completed those, you kind of move on to another one. So it's not a city builder in, like, say, Anno 1800 as a city builder, where you've got this kind of persistent settlement that you're kind of building up. This is very much kind of going in, doing what you need to do, and then moving on to the next thing. So, with that said, let's get started. So we've been given some objectives for this map. We'll just have a look at what, actually there's my orders that I can't look at. But basically we've got to, this one's teaching us sort of the farming mechanics. The first one was very much the basics of sort of foraging and wood cutting and that kind of thing. And we'll talk about this as we go. Let's just get started then. So, reputation points. That's fine. So the idea is that this world is one that's constantly raining. It's always quite dreary, almost flooding at times. Three races are sort of gathering around what's called the hearth of the settlement. So similar to Frostpunk, this is kind of the settlement's heating, basically, in the centre, and when you build houses they've got to be quite sort of close to this. Everything else can kind of be quite spread out. You can build paths, but as far as I know they're not necessary for getting around. I've got to choose a blueprint to get started. Well, that makes sense. So we're going to pick small farm and we'll get that set up, but let's first do the basics of let's get a woodcutter's camp going. Maybe you can rotate stuff like that, so we'll get stuff going down here. Well, quite cool. We can, probably when it's actually built and staffed, but we'll be able to kind of order them to cut down specific trees. So these are these misty areas. That's not water. That's like fog of war, and these are called glades. And when we open them up, they might have resources. They might have dangerous things we need to deal with. Although the dangerous stuff tends to be sort of marked with this skull here. So we'll find out probably later what's going on there. There's a lot more glade. Oh, there's another one there, and another one there. This is a lot bigger than the first map, which was probably about an eighth of the size. There's a lot more glades going on. There's a lot more dangerous glades going on. Okay, so this is built, so we can populate this with anyone. But actually, if you look at the beaver race, it says they're hardworking and honest, but also quite demanding. Gifted woodworkers and enjoy engineering. So I tend to staff the beavers in the woodcutters camp. They seem quite geared around that. So for the farm, I think we just it doesn't have to lay on these vegetables. Well, actually maybe it does have to lay on these fields. You see, if they move out they aren't highlighted, so let's just rotate that round just to kind of be quite central on those, I suppose. We can build paths here. I might hold off for that for just now. Okay, so it wants us to pick what's called a cornerstone, which is kind of like a perk for the settlement. We've got a choice of 2. So we can get reinforced tools, which is plus 50% to amount of goods produced in the small farm. That's probably quite good for this map. Or 5 barrels per minute. Let's go with the farm thing. That's kind of what this map's more about. Look at the orders this time. So we have a goal of building the farm, having 6 farm fields, and we'll get those are the rewards we'll get. And at that point we'll get another little sort of goal. I don't think you want to do too much too soon, but let's just have a quick look at industry. We've got a crude workstation. That's for processing things like logs into planks and so on. We can have warehouse. We can build another hearth. Trading post. Didn't really get into any of that. So this is saying small farm has no fields nearby. So how do we do this? Again, this is me learning how this works for the first time. So if I click on this, click and drag to construct. Okay, so let's I think the text at the very beginning said they kind of have to be on these sort of fertile ground tiles. If we do that, that will hopefully sort that out. But we can also staff this. Let's put a couple of humans in to work the farm. So yeah, so we've got a stonecutters camp. That's clay here, so we could pop one in there to sort of start that going. Now we've got the woodcutters staff though. I might say let's cut into this glade here and see what we can find. Food production we've done. Decorations. I didn't really get involved in the decorations first time round. So housing actually is greyed out. So I was looking to see if I could sort of put houses in for the people living in the town, but that's not available yet. So we can complete our orders. So we'll say we'll deliver that. And we've been given a new objective of having 2 woodcutters camps. We've already got 1. And 2 shelters. So we'll probably get a blueprint for a shelter now, if I had to guess. Yeah, there we go. So we can house our workers now. One thing to add, the bars at the bottom. So blue is kind of our progress towards winning the map. Red is the impatience level of the queen. So it's kind of every sort of stage of this progress is kind of on a bit of a timer. Because if this maxes out, you lose the level basically. And if you sort of watch, you'll see this start to grow. But it won't take us too long to sort of manage these little goals that we've got. I might put some shelters in there now. So we want them to be fairly close to this. Just thinking about where I'll put a path. So they'll have to go here. I kind of just have. I'll put 3 in. We've got a few people living here. And let's sort of get a bit of a path going outside. That maybe kind of loops around and just kind of links in up here. Need another woodcutter. So where would we have this? Maybe to sort of start clearing this area out here, perhaps. So let's go into this. We'll have another woodcutters camp. Kind of just sitting next to this path, even. We'll get them to kind of start eating into this a little bit. Here we go, we've opened up a glade. So we have a worm tongue nest where we can harvest those, although I wasn't able to do that in the first map. Likewise the eggs. So under food production, we've still only got a farm. So I don't think I can do anything with those as yet. I think we're very shortly going to be finishing this order, but we're going to have a quick look at the farm and see people working it. What are they planting? I don't think it says. If I click on this, can I specify what they do? It just says vegetables and grain are both ticked. I mean, that's probably fine, isn't it? Oh, stuff's growing. Quite cool. What's this? Newcomers. Alright, so periodically new people arrive. We generally get a choice of 2 who's going to join us. I think I'll get human and a beaver coming in. Even though they're coming with slightly less goods than the 2 humans. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I just felt like the stuff the others were coming in with is stuff that we can sort of easily obtain elsewhere, plus an extra beaver to work in this woodcutter. We'll put a couple of the other humans in as well. So I'd like to open up this glade, primarily, and maybe this one as well. They'll only chop down trees within their sort of field of control, but that's pretty obvious. What do we get? We've got some parts, and then 2 new beavers joining as well. So actually, let me replace those with these. So they're the wood experts. What's our next goal? So we've got to build a small trappers camp. So actually we will be able to do the meat stuff that we've just unlocked. This is what I didn't have in the last map. So if I come down here into this zone, maybe under food production? No, under camp. So yeah, small trappers camp. Actually, did it say... They can do insects and eggs. That's good. They can do everything here. So let's sort of put them in the zone for all of this stuff. And we'll make a path so everything happens a bit quicker. Good, so that's a bit of food production going on there, which is quite nice. I might just move this woodcutter. Might be able to actually get into this one as well. Just about. So this sort of glade discovery, that's kind of primarily how we expand our little colony here. 5 meat in small trappers camps, so we'll need to staff this. We'll staff this with the lizard folk who are, if we look here, they're a bit more into their sort of meat and food production. So we'll do that. What else is there to talk about? We've got some lists of resources here. So we have basically food, building materials, crafting resources and fuel, and if you sort of click on these it'll break it down a little more into each of the things that's kind of adding into that big number. Like we've got 1 egg now. So that's quite cool. 5 meat in small trappers camps. So these don't actually produce... Oh, they do. I think. Well, maybe. We'll see what happens there. We might need to discover something else. What have we got here? We've got Slick Shell Brood Mother. So actually, I thought we have some here as well, don't we? That seems like it does produce meat. So maybe I'll put another one there. So it's kind of coming in for those things. And I'll maybe have 1 lizard guy in each one. Doesn't take too long to build stuff, which is kind of neat. Yeah, so we'll pop another one here. Kind of ticked for everything, that's fine. So these should start producing the meat. They've already produced 1, so maybe this stuff does. I just wasn't sure. So there's more farming stuff. We could probably put a stoneworker in now, because what I might even do is move this guy here, and you can move them quite freely and easily. I'll just relocate to here, and then they can kind of break into this glade, and I'll put the stoneworker up here where he's within sight of all that clay. Going quite well so far. Just waiting for that meat to add up. Right, so who are we going to have staffing this? Probably humans, I guess. They're the only ones we've got free. Three meat now, so it's going alright. I think they're planting in the farming fields. There's stuff going on as well. I haven't really got to grips with a sort of their resolve, which is basically how happy they are. If their resolve reaches 0, they'll start to leave the settlement. But as far as I can tell, everyone basically hates living here because it's so wet and rainy. We haven't. I mean, I suppose I could build more shelter, which is probably not a bad idea. Can't build it in there. I've kind of managed that quite badly. But I think everything's okay around this side anyway, so we'll just pop a couple of things there. One there. So that's 618. I think that's enough to house everyone now. So what have we got in here? We've got some mushrooms, which we can gather with a herbalist camp we don't have access to currently. More farming. I don't think the food is really too much of a problem at the moment. We don't really have the populace to grow any faster than we are, I don't think. Hopefully that will come. So what's this again? That's the trappers camp. I'm thinking what we do next. These dangerous ones, I'm never quite sure about going in. I think probably I'll wait till I'm a little bit larger before doing those. I might put the woodworkers camp up here though to maybe start working across these ones. So if I move this one perhaps, kind of have them here. And we'll just say if you can knock down these trees. Oh, we've done our orders, so we'll go do that. Oh, we've got a cornerstone first. Grain bag. Specialised grain farming techniques. Grain production increased by 1 every 25 times it's produced. Efficient brewing. We don't have a brewery. I don't know if we'll, I don't know if we will get one. So let's just do the grain bags on that one. Got some newcomers. I mean, we'll take the 3, definitely. Oh, and the orders. I forgot about that. So let's do that. We're going to get fabric, bricks, and planks as a reward. Another blueprint. We're going to be doing a smokehouse now, making jerky. Okay. Let's have a look at that. So we'll go down and collect our blueprint from the Queen for a smokehouse. It's probably under food production, isn't it? So this one does sort of tie into other buildings, so you've got to kind of make sure it's within reach of stuff. So I think here's a decent spot because it's kind of got that and that feeding into it. Should be opening up another couple of glades anytime soon. Here we go. So what have we got? We've got more snail type stuff, more farming, and this is flax. We've got some over here as well for a harvester's camp. Do I actually have one of those? I do. We should probably be making that then. Well, let's get one of those going. Who's going to work in the smokehouse? Put a couple of humans in there for now. We also probably need to build a workstation to process some of this stuff. The question is where? Maybe here. So here we'll have a beaver. Actually, that's another human. And then we build the workshop. We'll put a beaver in there, I guess. I might move the woodcutter in here just to kind of access all of these glades as well. Yeah, let's put a couple of beavers in here. We'll just enable everything. What we got up here? We've got lots of eggs, a bit of clay. So let's move you closer over here. And we'll say, can we get to here? Well, just all of these trees, really. We do all of these. Just open up this area completely. I might move this a bit closer to the warehouse now that I can. So under crafting resources, we'll hopefully get to see stuff like planks and so on coming through. Not quite sure where they're listed. So enable meat in the jerky recipe. What's going on with this thing? Jerky recipe, insects. We need to enable meat. Yeah, so that's that done. And they should start producing. Plus 20, yeah, they should start producing now. I kind of missed that. So we can see the Queen's impatience is building up a little bit here now. I'll build another house. This is quite generalised housing. You can build specialist houses for each of the races as well. But these house 3, those only house 2, but I guess they're happier, so that's no builders available. Everyone's employed. What about in the farm? We can somewhere that's got 3, maybe I'll take one out. So maybe we'll lose a beaver there. And there as well. Need some more people arriving, ideally. So on the bottom left, we can see our little perks and stuff. Oh, he's got through. So yes, we've got some more eggs and stuff up here. So we need to move these now a little bit further across. See what's going on here. Yeah, this is much bigger than the first map, which is quite nice to play with. What's going on over here? That's all. There's a shelter. Already made 10 jerky, so it's going quite well in there. Just another 10 needed. I think they make 10 at a time. Use resin in the incense, I guess, whatever that means. So I don't think anything I haven't built at the moment. Have I got one of these? Grain, roots and vegetables. I don't think I've seen any of those to gather. Thus far, anyway. What's this? Is that lizard folks are happy? Oh, that's good. I think, is it because the rain's kind of dried off a bit? Humans are content. Beavers are content. It's the highest I've seen those, I think. Yeah, so I can't see anything here that we can collect with that. Housing, industry. So the trading post. Traders from the smouldering city can station here and offer their wares. I haven't built this before. Maybe we could pop a warehouse down here or something, as we've got some production buildings kind of around this way. We've got some newcomers awaiting. I think we'll take the 3 again. I might put the lizard in the smokehouse. We've got orders to deliver. We're getting a builder's pack. So builders can carry more items when they're kind of taking things to a building site. Nets, +1 to meat production. Oh, that's good. So our next objective is going to be around the brewery. Okay, that's fine. So you can see the Queen's impatience has come down now. So the brewery. Run out of space a little bit, so I'm going to have to start clearing more trees. I think we can put it here, because there's going to be a warehouse kind of right here, isn't there? So that should be okay. I think we've got everything staffed at the moment. I don't think we've got full capacity, but I don't think we're empty anywhere. There's the clay coming. I might move this so it kind of covers all of these. I might move the crude workstation right up here. So it's just kind of next to the main warehouse. Right, so we've got the brewery. Who we'll put there? We'll put a couple of humans in the brewery. Now, what was my other things? Enable barrels in the ale recipe. Okay. That's fine. Pottery barrels. That's what we want. I'll start making ale now. Oh, I don't have to worry about that. So we can upgrade the hearth. But we need 4 comfort decorations within range. Okay, well we can do that, can't we? We could build some, maybe some benches around the hearth so they can sit down. I can't build much else in this space. So we'll wait till that's built, but then I might be able to level this up. I'm not quite sure what that does. Hearths can be upgraded by building homes, decorations and service buildings within range. Each level will grant you bonuses to resolve, production speed and production output. These bonuses stack with each hearth in your settlement. Okay, sounds good. Last one. There we go. So, hearth level. How do I upgrade it? Current encampment level 1. Has it actually, it does look different, doesn't it? Maybe it's automatically upgraded then. Okay, maybe we've upgraded it. Because it's got these gold bits on now, so I think that's what happened. Current encampment. So this is the level we've got, isn't it? Gathered around the blazing fire, folks keep each other's spirits high. +2 to global resolve. The ancient hearth's resistance to corruption has increased by 150. Yeah. Okay. So that's as much as we can do to that. What about residences? Anything we can do to... I think our main... Well, I'm sure they said something else could be upgraded. I'm not quite sure what now. How are we doing? It's just... So something's not going on in the brewery. What's not happening here? Got quite a lot of grain. Maybe it's just taking a while. Is there a... This is 145. She's producing. Okay. Anything happened yet? What's this? Oh, we've opened up another glade. What have we got? Something to do. Small abandoned cache of goods. This could be a lost shipment or something much more valuable. So we could keep vegetables and plant fibre. Or send to the capital and get some amber. Oh, well, no, we'll keep stuff, I think. I'll send the beavers to investigate that. Alright, so anything happening here? She's making pickled goods. It's fine, I suppose. Okay, so we have got 20 ales going in, so that's good. Oh, we've got to choose another perk. So we get nets, +2 to meat production, or cannibalism. Gain 30 meat every time a villager dies or leaves. I don't think we're cannibals. Let's get more nets. We should be making quite a bit of jerky now in our smokehouse. Yeah. Yeah, we've got 2 people here. Here we do. Pretty much everyone's doing stuff now. Are these beavers coming to deal with this stuff? What have we got? Newcomers. One of each, or one human, 2 lizard men? One of each, I think. I'll put another beaver in here. Might replace a human with a lizard in the smokehouse. Gonna run out of clay there soon. Have we found any other sources? No. We will go into one of the dangerous glades at some point. I'm just not quite... I kind of just want to be ready for whatever whatever we discover, which I don't feel I am yet. Yeah, I wish we could upgrade these. I might put another house in. I'll have it here. Order's done. Okay. What we get? We get some mushrooms, barrels, and planks. Next objective is to have a tavern. Okay, so I expect we'll get the blueprint here. So are there any sort of special considerations for a tavern? I don't think so. Like, it doesn't need to be near the hearth, is what I mean. Space is pretty much at a premium, though. Might get the woodcutters to sort of get rid of this stuff. Don't worry about this stuff for now. Quite like to get into the other glade, but let's make a bit of space for the tavern. It's a bit of a cosy game. Everything seems to happen, you know, quite a relaxed pace. It's quite pleasant. The last time I opened up a dangerous zone, it unleashed something that sent spirits out that started killing my residents, which wasn't very nice. Have a think about which one we do first. Probably this one. Kind of like to clear all this area as well. Once these guys have broken through into this glade and we see what's in there, I think I'll sort of get both woodcutters kind of working on sort of clearing stuff in this area, so we can just expand a little bit. They aren't the quickest though. I mean, we don't need them to be working on those, so let's just try and refine the cutting orders, I suppose. Is that a water wheel in the crafting place? It is. Quite cool. It takes the woodcutters a little while to get into places. Let's see if there's anything else I kind of need to explain, really. I don't think so right now. How happy the lizards are. Come on, you're we're almost in. Let's carry on. I could, yeah, I mean, what I could have done, I guess, is build a warehouse. So you see they're kind of just travelling down with every log they do. I guess that's not terribly efficient. I just wanted them to just cut a few trees down, though, really. Get into this glade. Maybe I'll move them now. It's kind of the roadblock at the moment, this. And maybe we'll add a human. Oh no, we've actually got another beaver available from somewhere. What we can do as well, we can sort of fast up to triple speed, speed up to triple speed as well, and get this space cleared. Newcomers, okay, we'll take a look. 3 humans or one of each. I think we'll take one of each. It's quite nice having a variety. Okay, let's just slow down again for the moment because Stonecutter's camp has lost all clay, and I couldn't see any. I haven't found any other deposits, so what I'll probably do is just take the workers out. I'll just leave it here for now because it's not doing anything. This might be enough space for a tavern now, so let's have a look. I'll pop it there. And we'll just sort of have a little path going out this way. I think I still like the beavers to kind of clear this area, particularly this bit for housing, and then maybe a bit more sort of around here as well. Hope we've got everything we need for construction. I think we do. Passive effect. Gleeman's Tales. What's this? Every morning, a gleeman tells stories about past glories and times before the Great Civil War. +3 to global resolve. Same building effects do not stack. Oh, okay. Brawling. Their need for leisure and brawling. Fair enough. Okay. There it is. So we need some landlords in there. Maybe we should have one of each. Let's be egalitarian about it. Oh, did I not choose a blueprint? Okay, so I guess it comes down to who do we have the most of, and I think it's humans, isn't it? So let's pick a human house. Maybe we'll have like a little human enclave down here. I'm not going to knock down any buildings, because we'll need those to house the other races. But unfortunately, the new houses only hold 2 residents, so we'll need 6 at least. So we'll just let the beavers get on with that. But the tavern leisure stuff is filling up. I don't know if we can see people sort of coming and going. Taking barrels in there. Yeah. It's a bit clicking it. What's going on with that Gleeman thing? I guess it's happening. It's 9 out of 20 now. Going fairly well. In terms of the orders, we've got so this one we're doing, and then two thereafter. So getting towards the end of this map, really. I mean, we don't know how long the last 2 will take to complete. yeah, you can kind of see that they're fairly quick fire, and you're not sort of building lasting foundations, I suppose, because you just need to get through these objectives. You don't need to optimize everything, I suppose. What we're waiting for at the moment, just for this to fill up. Probably went. Oh, what have we got? We've got newcomers. Oh, cornerstone. Ancient artifact, a strange device left behind by the great civilization. When soaked in rainwater, it radiates warm light and brings encouragement to those around it. +3 to global resolve. That's pretty good. People are pretty happy though. Or salted jerky, +5 to jerky production. I think we'll pick the global resolve. Just keep everyone as happy as possible. So very nearly, everyone's happy now. Harvester's camp has no deposits nearby. Where's that? So this was the flax, wasn't it? So we do have a bit of in other places, so we can move it to. If we try and just get it on the edge, it'll be a bit closer to the warehouse and stuff. Let's just pop it there. So some resources like these. I mean, I'm guessing these snails and things, I think they seem to last longer, although maybe they just... Yeah, maybe they do deplete. I think the farm stays, though, so our orders are done. We're going to get a group of beavers, a box of simple tools, and some barrels. Okay. Next objective, keep humans resolve above 25 for 30 seconds. Well, it's already there. It's already saying done, I think. So we got mould supply, okay. Bundle of reeds, alright. Oh! Settlement complete. I didn't even get the last couple of blueprints. Whoa! Level up, level 2. What have we got? There's a lot going on, apologies. So we got new I'm not quite sure what these do. New citadel upgrades. Can't hover that, but we've got a rain collector. Used for crafting and powering rain engines in production buildings. Paved road, herbalist camp. That's what we didn't have on this map. Meat specialization. Flame amulets. And all houses have room for one more villager. Well, that's good. Ah, cool. So yeah, I said before it's like a roguelike. It's got roguelike elements. So I think some of those things you saw, those are permanent upgrades to our other settlements now, which is quite nice. And we've got a few things unlocked here. Makeshift post, deliver. Blight post, a specialist building dedicated to fighting blight rot, which we haven't even come across yet. Small storage for purging fire. Blight rot, okay. Well, we haven't come across that yet. The world is a vast, ever-changing place, and at its heart lies the smouldering city. Your goal as Viceroy is to help rebuild it and secure the future of the Queen's subjects. Use the resources you've gathered so far to construct the Obsidian Archive in the smouldering city. How do I do that? Oh, right, okay. So, buy upgrades. This thing? Obsidian Archive, level 1. You gain a permanent -2% to the speed at which the Queen's impatience grows. And we've unlocked Obsidian Archive, a place where records about the great viceroys are kept. Unlocks deeds. I don't know what deeds are. But what have we got here? Food stockpiles, yeah. Okay, so let's unlock that. We can also unlock level 2, I think. You gain plus 10% more citadel resources whenever you finish a settlement. Okay. Monastery of the Vigilant Flame, level 1. You gain a permanent plus 2% to burning duration for all types of fuel burned in the hearth. You gain a new embarkation bonus to choose from when starting a settlement. Stone. Okay. You gain a new embarkation bonus to choose from when starting a settlement. Clay. Okay. I can't unlock this apparently. Run out of food stockpiles. Let's have a look at the deeds then. Discover. Okay, so what? Just going to explain what these are. I guess they've been unlocked, so I've probably discovered 10 glades already, but obviously that it doesn't count yet. Win a game in the Royal Woodlands biome, and on settler difficulty or higher, complete 10 orders. To get XP for these. Why is this one in green? Oh, also rewards an achievement, okay. Okay, yeah, so little achievements in the game. Unlock XP, unlock new buildings. So we can see a bit more of the roguelike stuff coming in. Daily expedition. Don't know what that is. Training expedition. Don't know what that is. So yeah, okay. That's cool. I'll just open that. So I guess I close that now. This world is governed by the eternal Blightstorm cycle. It is almost upon us, so no caravans are allowed to embark. Click on the button in the lower right corner of the screen to finish the cycle. Okay. The Blightstorm is coming. Your settlements have been abandoned and people are returning to the Citadel. Okay. So we gathered 2 food stockpiles, or 20 food stockpiles, sorry. We've unlocked those things we just saw us unlock. Level 2, end the cycle. Alright. So that's the end of the tutorial then, I guess. You're almost ready to venture out on your own. Choose any map tile inside your embarkation range to begin. Well, literally any? What is this thing? Royal Woodlands. That was one of the deeds, wasn't it, to do in there? Abandoned settlement. Modifier. Another viceroy tried to settle this area and has unfortunately failed. You start with a small destroyed settlement in your initial glade. Okay. Glades have an increasing chance of including fertile soil. Well, that sounds nice. Can we go there? Maybe not. Maybe we can only go on these ones that kind of have the stuff highlighted. Alright, let's go there then. To embark, you must first choose a caravan that will become the foundation of your town's population. Next, choose a difficulty. The higher the risk, the greater the reward, but beware, an inexperienced viceroy won't last long on the higher difficulties. So in terms of that, you've got settler, which kind of we're on as the default, pioneer, veteran, viceroy, and the highest one is locked. So on settler, villagers eat less food. Pioneer, more reputation required to win. Veteran, blight rot and corruption. Viceroy, presumably even harder than that. Well, let's start on pioneer, perhaps. Name our settlement. Boringville. Lastly, use all of your embarkation points to take extra goods with you. Oh. You're finally ready to embark on your own. Remember, there's always a way out. Experiment and adapt. May the storm be gentle on you, Viceroy. Okay. Alright, yeah, so we can start with 9 lizard men. And these bonuses, or... God, there's a lot going on, isn't there? But I think, yeah, okay, well, we'll take the more varied group. I mean, we probably should take wood, egg. Can we take all of those? What's this? Have I taken one too much? Okay, so we'll take the eggs and the wood then. Embark, I suppose. But I think once this is loaded in, what I'll probably do is end the video. It's probably been going on fairly long. Forest Mysteries. Gift from the Woods. These seem to be the ideal conditions in which to... Oh, God, what am I clicking on? The ideal conditions in which to create amber. Gain 5 amber every drizzle season, plus an additional 5 for each hostility level reached. Okay. Forest offerings. Seems some inhabitants of the forest are grateful for your efforts. During drizzle season, every dangerous or forbidden glade event you complete will give you 30 random raw food. Looming darkness. Rampaging storm, -4 to global reserve. Swarms. Constant bites and cuts. So these are sort of active from growing hostility levels. I think that's as you take, you know, the longer you spend in a map, the higher that goes. Oh, I've clicked on that again. Trees give more wood. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So this is the start of our new settlement, but as I said at the beginning, you know, a minute or two ago, we'll probably leave it there for now. So look around, there's a lot of dangerous glades here. Ooh, hello. That's like an even more dangerous one. Interesting. Well, there we go. So I think we'll leave it there for now, though. So this was a quick look at Against the Storm, is that what it's called? I believe so. Which is currently in Steam Early Access. I don't know if there's a release date. I don't think there is currently. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's worth checking out if you like sort of city builders, but are looking for something that's a bit cozy perhaps, and one that doesn't sort of require, you know, hundreds of hours to sort of build a single settlement. This one's more about, you know, building little ones, and yeah, just kind of reaching sort of these little interim goals and building things up over time globally through the sort of roguelike structure. So yeah, I enjoyed this. So thanks very much for watching this episode of Boring Dad Gaming. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do hit the like button on the video. Leave me a comment. Is this a game you've played? Is it one you might check out? Let me know. And lastly, if you're watching this and haven't already subscribed to Boring Dad Gaming, please do so, because it would be amazing to have you on board. So thanks very much once again, and I hope to see you elsewhere on the channel for other playthroughs. Definitely coming out, we'll have Dredge at the end of the month, beginning of April. One I've been looking forward to for a long time. I've also a couple of games I've had in early access for a long time are coming out in sort of early-ish April. We've got Everspace 2, which is sort of a space it's not a simulator, but maybe like a sort of space arcade sim type thing, very similar to Freelancer, which is one of my favourite games of the past, so quite excited about that. And also War Tales, which I played sort of early days on the channel, had a sort of 20 odd episodes on that, which I really enjoy as well. It's got a sort of XCOM crossed with Battle Brothers type vibe. Two games I absolutely adore. So yeah, so lots of exciting stuff coming up on Boring Dad Gaming, and I hope for you to enjoy those and have a look at those on the channel. So thanks very much again, and bye for now.